Finally, after many issues with the delivery at my local game shop, the Starter Deck 10 is finally in my hands. Let's unbox and review it. Hello everyone and welcome to Anything Geek. My name is Zero and today we're gonna take a closer look at the Starter Deck 10, unboxing it and telling you everything you need to know about it. And to start things off, let's just look at the packaging because you might notice that this is very bigger than the previous starter deck that you might have encountered, and there's actually a fairly good reason for that, and we'll get to it in a minute. So what you get according to the box in this deck is a ready to play 50 cards deck. You have 1 leader card, 2 side leader, 10 dons, 1 play sheet and a clear card case. And really there's nothing much more interesting in this packaging. Really, this is just the same packaging as any other starter deck, only thicker and maybe taller also, I guess. So let's just cut this open. As usual, a lot of plastic thing in these decks. So when opening the box you actually get again the rule sheet as well as the playmat. It's just a simple paper playmat. This is included in every deck. You don't really need this. And next, of course, you have this, what they call actually a clear card case, although I would say like this is just a deck box. It's just plasticky, really. And if you remember the gifts collection unboxing that we've done, this is the same sort of deck box. Hold on a second. This one, there you go. This actually houses my VV deck that I made, and this is clearly like the same clear card case. It has the same textures on it. It's just a different design. Anyway, it's a cool addition, and I mean, given the price that you pay for those decks, they are way pricier than any others. I think it's still worth it, not for the deck box, but for all the cards included inside, because we've already went through all the cards on the channel. Feel free to check it out. But now let's just look at the cards inside. So you get like cardboard holder in this. You also have a spacer with the deck box here with the Luffy design. Well, I guess the 3 captains design, Luffy, Kid and Law. And here you have the full deck, starter deck 10. Let's not wait any longer. And there we go. So, of course, the first card that you're gonna be greeting with is the first leader of the deck, and they are so well textured, guys. They are top quality. They are awesome. I can see it here with the flare. I will try to show you what I mean. So of course this is low, and yeah, you can see like the flare on some of the effects. So that's the low leader, that's the first one. Then we have Luffy with his color of armament Haki. Like you can see the flares on those Haki spikes around him. And next and last leader we have Kid, and you get all those cool texture on his arm. That's like, they are very cool. They are so cool. Also, not to mention, they're very interesting to play, so I'm excited for this deck. Next, we are greeted by the first SR of the deck in 2 copies of, that's Monkey.D.Luffy. And it also has, like, you can see some textures on it, and it's gorgeous. In person, when you see the cards, it's so gorgeous. Next, we're gonna have Trafalgar Law, the second SR of the deck. And again, that's the same really applies to this card as the others. The effect on the cards and the texture, even in the border, like you see this white border that we've have, and that's always been like sort of the map of the world. This is also textured on this card. I don't know if the camera can really pick it up because there's like the flare of the lightning as well. They are gorgeous. Next we have Eustace Captain Kidd, and really guys, all the cards in this deck are foiled, so you can see here the effect on the cards. It shines very bright, the cards are very well polished. Those cards are top quality, really. When you see them up close like that, I don't think that we've seen such foils already on other cards that we've had, unless they were like alternate art or maybe secret rares and stuff like that. The next card we're gonna have is also another SR, and this is the reason why I think this deck is an insta-buy, whether or not you already have a collection. This is Roronoa Zoro from OPO1, and this card was so good that it skyrocketed in price up to, I believe, $30 at some point. And then it stayed consistent to like around 20. So just the fact that you get a full playset of this in this deck it's already bonkers. And not only that, but this is an alternate art, and you can see like, just like the others, it's top quality with the effect around. You don't really see it that well with the camera, but there's also effects on the flames of the swords. They are awesome. And yeah, in the top right corner, in the top left corner over here, there are also some wavy effects on the card. It's bonkers. It's crazy. Also, not to mention, this card is so good. It is literally played in so many red decks, and that's an insta-buy. Next, we have another reprint of a card, one that has been infamously banned recently. I've made a video on this, you can check it out. This is Nami from OPO1. This is also a reprint, and this is more like those like wavy texture that I was talking about. You can kind of see them in the foliage behind Nami, and that you can see them a bit with the light shining on the cards. It's crazy. They are very good, very pretty. You can, any part that is foiled is so well, like, I don't know, polished or something. It's so shiny, is what I'm trying to say. Those reprints are awesome. Honestly, just the reprints themselves are already worth it. The leader themselves are already worth it. And next we have the entire rest of the deck, and every card in this deck is gonna be foil. This is not the same type, because you can see, like, I'm just gonna show Sanji up close. You get 4 copies of it, and this is not the same foil, you know what I mean? This is like regular rares foil for all the rest of the card, but those over here, the SRs, they are textured almost like any alternate art would be. So you get like 3 leaders that have the same treatment as an alternate art. You get a full playset of Nami that gets an alternate art treatment. You get a full playset of Zoro that gets an alternate art treatment, and you get 3 other separate SRs that gets an alternate art treatment. This deck is just bonkers. And also mechanically, the deck is very interesting. very nice to play, very meta. They build it with competitive play in mind. And so here you saw Sanji, and next we have 2 copies of Jinbei. My man Jinbei, also foil. Every card is foil. Next you have 4 copies of Killer. That's a 4 of as well. Next we have Chachi and Penguin, also in 4 copies of. And that's something that is very cool about this deck, is that if you play the deck with the Luffy, it will work. If you play the deck with the Kid, it will work. And if you play the deck with the Law, it will work. It has been made that way, so that like every card can be relevant to all the 3 captains. You have Jambart here, 4 copies of as well. You have Heat here, 4 copies of as well. Also foil. Every card is foil, and I mean every card. We have Beppo, 4 copies of as well. Shiny little Beppo. And to finish off the characters, we have 4 copies of Wire. And those are all the characters in the deck. And now we have the events, and we start with Gum Giant Sumo Slap. And yeah, every card is foil. Events also are foil, as you can see. We have Gum Kong Gatling. Also a very cool event. As well as 2 copies of Punk Vice. And this is why I was stressing that every card in the deck is foil, because as usual with any starter deck, we also have the obligatory 10 card Dawn deck, which is included everywhere in every deck, and they are foil, all of them. They are all foiled Dawn. That is so cool. I think that's an upgrade from all the regular Dawns that we've seen everywhere. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I find this to be like so cool that we can have an entire Dawn deck that is foiled. But maybe that's just me. And so my opinion on this deck, of course, is very clear cut. You kind of guessed it already. I think it is totally worth the money. Just for the Nami and Zoro reprint, this is just so worth. Also, not to mention that you get 3 leader cards that are, the 3 of them, very interesting to play. And you also get a freebie with the deck box. I personally think this is like the best that you can have in any starter deck ever. This is why this is a bit pricier, and this is why this is clearly worth your money. If you ever buy only one deck from the One Piece card game, let it be one of the Ultra deck. Either Starter Deck 10 or the Starter Deck 13 that we know is gonna come out. But those decks features so many stuff that are so cool and so useful to play that really, if you want to get into the game, this is a very good starting point and also a very good competitive starting point. But there you go, guys, this was the opening of the Starter Deck 10. Let me know in the comment which was your favorite card, which of the 3 leader do you prefer amongst the 3, either Law, Kids, or maybe Luffy, which is A 6k leader, did I mention that? It's a 6k leader, okay? You only get 3 life, but you are a natural 6k, just like Whitebeard. And Whitebeard got banned because he was 6k. Also, the Zoro and Nami reprint, I wasn't expecting such a beautiful treatment on them with the alternate art foil, and they're just so gorgeous. But that's just my opinion, so leave me yours in the comments down below. But anyway guys, thank you very much for watching, and if you're still here, that means the video was at the very least entertaining to you, so please leave a like. Also subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to never miss anything geek. Bye guys.